Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. Yes, so report has it that the great lion met with the jewel in their royal mansion home, where he assured her that everything is going to be okay with them. This year is not going to pass this year, that everything will be fine with them. And, gave her all the assurances and left for his 7 days seclusion. The great lion had been carrying the weight of many storms in the palace, storm among the wives, storm from elders who wanted their own say in matters that touched his heart. But in the middle of this chaos, one truth remained unshakable in his mind. The jewel is the love of his life, the woman who has captured not just his admiration, but his soul. That is why, despite the trouble surrounding him, he arranged a private meeting with her in their Lagos mansion. Now, something about their Lagos home their royal mansion in Lagos. It is different from the bustle of the palace in Ile-Ife, where he could breathe. Of course, being in the Lagos mansion is different because he didn't need to be surrounded by the constant eyes of chiefs, attendants, or women fighting for attention. In this space, he wanted to sit with the jewel, to look her in the eye without distraction and remind her that no matter how high the waves, rose, he was holding firmly onto her. When he arrived, there was a calmness on his face, but he could see through it. He had known her long enough to tell when she was hiding her pain. The jewel is strong, yes, but the attacks, the jealousies, the constant dragging of her name in, palace dispute had taken a toll. She tried to smile, but her eyes carried questions about where this path is taking them, or if she's going to be going round this drama all over again. They said the great lion sat her down, not as king with his queen, but as a man with the woman he loves. He held her hands firmly, something he had not done, like he hardly does. But, when it comes to the jewel, they said he does this all the time when they are in private. As a great lion, his life is not supposed to be a public life. Everything is supposed to be in private. And that was why you saw that level of criticism when Oletik first, entered the palace and, publicly gave the great lion a peck on his cheek. You saw the way that information, in fact, that video went viral. Everyone had something to say because they believed that before you are brought into the throne, you should understand royal etiquette. Showing passion in public is not part of what they do. Now, they said the great lion held the jewel in the hand and made all the promises in the world to her that everything is going to be okay this year. That it was during that meeting that he told the jewel that he has decided to pick 29th of November for their Ofarende. Yes, they said he went further explaining what laid ahead. He told her about the Ofarende ritual, a sacred rite of renewal and alignment with the gods of the land. He had already fixed the day 29th of November 2025. He explained that this was not just another ritual, but a turning point, a spiritual seal over their journey. It is his way of binding his promise, not only before her, but before the deities of the land, the ancestors, and the Yoruba heritage that demanded his loyalty. He assured her that once the Ofarende ritual was performed, he would enter into, a different place with her. And this time, he's not just going to be a king to her. That the first time there was something that was missing, that he was a king to her and not a husband. But this time, he's going to be a husband even more than a king. And, had to bid her farewell for the Ofarende, telling her, for the seclusion, that he's going to see her after 7 days. Now, this is what is going on. They said the jewel was very happy, but most importantly, when a great man of such magnitude continues to give you those kinds of assurances no matter what, it gets to really help. Going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged rumors, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.